Yo. So someone the other day was talking about how they discovered how amazing the rubber band tool is, right? Because you can see what you're doing before you click the path. And I mentioned that there's another tool that's really good to have on with the pen tool, but it's not in the pen tool options. So what that is, where it is, and why you want it. If you go to your direct select tool, which is the A tool, so P for pen, A for whatever the hell this is, direct select, you want to turn on, what is in there? This little constrain path dragging option. And I'm going to show you why. So with it on, I was doing a little bit of path work here to make a mask. I'm going to go to my pen tool, and you can see that I've drawn, let's go to one that's actually not cleaned up, this one. So I've added my points. I've not made this kind of a clean cut here, but I want to make it a clean cut. Now, if we turn this off, which is the default, I'm going to go back to the pen tool, and I want to try and make this line intersect, right? And if I click here, this is what happens, right? It kind of gets there, but look what happens up here, right? And that's because the constrained path dragging is active. So I have no idea who wants this to happen, but it's definitely not me. So if we go back to this thing and turn it on, I'm going to go back to my pen tool, and I think my keyboard shortcuts are going to show up down here, but I'm using new recording software, so I don't know. What I can do now is the same thing I just did, which was I'm going to click here. I've got Control held down so that I can convert from pen to direct select. And instead, I'm going to drag my cursor, my mouse. Right now I'm dragging diagonally, but by doing so, there's kind of this balance that happens. And what it is if I click and drag up, right, only this path moves. Now, if I click and drag to the right or left, then only this one moves. And by dragging diagonally, I can make both of them, but I can also kind of do this dance where I'm pulling this way, right? And this one's going in and this one's coming down. So I can change the weighting of the Bezier, right? And right now this node's kind of in the wrong spot. So I want to put that over there. And then now my weighting will be a little bit more balanced. And this guy's off too from something I did earlier. So anyway, that is a kind of a really important setting to have, because you can make your life a whole lot easier when trying to adjust, these kind of arc radius. Because if you were to try to do it just using this, right, there's no way to constrain it so that it doesn't bend here. You can't hold shift down because shift locks to 90 degrees. And so if you try to change this node, then this one moves unless you've got a really delicate hand. Or you can turn off the constrain or turn on the constrain option, and then you've got access to this behavior. Anyway, that's my trick. See ya.